Hi guys, Chris here with SideHustleAcademy.com, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about the best AI blog writing tools of 2023. So if you're a blogger or somebody who is creating content online and you're looking to speed up the process, save money, and really use and harness the power of AI, this is the video for you because I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite tools that I'm using currently right now that you will definitely want to check out and use part of your business to help grow and build your online blogging business. Now, you can check out the links to all of these products I mentioned in the description below. And I should also mention that this video will be a little bit of a longer video as well. So make sure you sit down, get something to drink, and really dive into this video because I'm going to be covering all these platforms and sharing all of my favorite things about them. So let's get started. The very first product, as you can see right here on the screen, is a product called Content at Scale. Now, if you know anything about creating blog posts, you know that it can take a lot of time to create and craft a piece of content, especially a great piece of content that you want to rank for a specific product, whether it be a product review or a best of article or something like that. You know how long it can take to create and craft that piece of content. So there are faster ways now that AI is a part of this. Now, overall, this tool has a lot of great things in it. I'm going to go through them all, but real quick here, if you're looking at getting involved with this tool really has a lot of great things. Like compared to Chat GPT, I mean, you might think, well, why couldn't just go straight to Chat GPT and create these blog posts? Well, there's some big reasons for that, mainly plagiarism and the making your content not sound like AI, because Google, I'm just being honest here, can detect those things. So if you don't really take measures and steps to protect your content so it doesn't sound like AI, also you want your content to sound like you, and you want to implement things like the craft framework, which is something that Content at Scale also recommends that you do to all your AI content. So it's not something that you're literally going to create and just throw it on your website. You're going to want to follow a particular framework that they recommend that will help you craft this content and put it together in a way that matches your voice and the way that you talk. And we'll talk more about that as we go here. Now, let's just jump into the backside of Content at Scale. I have an account here, and what's great about Content at Scale is that it gives you this really nice dashboard. It shows you everything, what's going on in your business and how things are going, and it shows you even how much money you will save and how much time you will save using this particular tool. Now, to do this real quick, we're going to actually create a really quick article here. It's going to create this article fairly quickly, and you could do it a couple of different ways. Which I love about this tool is that you can create it from a keyword, and what it does there is it will actually go into the SERPs and will analyze the top content and say, look, based on all the top ranking articles, this is what your article should be about. These are the topic sections it should cover, and these are the keywords that should probably be in that particular article. You can also do it for an existing blog post. Maybe you have a competitor's blog post, you want to copy it and kind of do it straight from. Now, it's not going to copy it word for word or anything, but it's going to take a version of that article and create it, and it's going to create a unique existing article that's plagiarism free and all that kind of stuff. You can also do it from a YouTube video, a podcast, custom audio files, or even a doc to a post. So there's a lot of ways that you can actually create this. But for this particular article, we're just going to do it straight from a keyword, and we're just going to do something here. We're just going to pick how to price your online course. This is an article I want to write from my website at SideHustleAcademy.com. Now, I can put some additional information in here. I don't have to do that. And then all I have to do here is right at this point is click Write Post. And then, yes, I want to use a credit. And right now it's in the queue. It's going to start creating this article as we speak. Now you might be thinking, I didn't give this article anything of my own to go from or base it on. Now there's some neat things that you can do here, and I want to talk about those real quick here. There's a way to incorporate your style of writing and all that into this, and that's one thing I do love about this tool is that you do have some integration abilities. You can hook it up to WordPress and all that, but then we can also do things like we want to add a table of contents, click to tweet, or an FAQ at the bottom of your articles. You can do that as well. You can add all that stuff into it. And from there, you can also go in, you can add in your post status. So things like how you want your post status to go. Maybe you've got multiple people working on these pieces of content. You can start it as a draft or ready for optimization. So for my case, I just start it for ready for optimization. So once it's created, it will create the article and we're ready for optimization. And then here are some of the different things. So when it's finally done, we'll mark it as published or complete. And then we move on to the next particular piece of content. So then we can also do calls to actions. If we want specific calls to action within every article, we can have it put those in as well in the conclusion, and every intro will include one as well. We can add all that in there. And then on top of that, we can also train the AI to act and talk like us. So for example, maybe we want to put some of our writing introduction samples in there. We can add that in as well, which really helps the tonality of the article sound more like us. So like how we would write our content, we can actually put sections of content. So for example, this is how I want a particular article to read when I do a review post or a best of post or a how-to post. I want them to have certain features and characteristics in it that sounds like me. And I can add those samples in here, and Content at Scale will actually go in and actually take all of that stuff and basically wrap it up and put it into your article and help make it sound a lot more like you. So that's basically some of the project settings, and you'll set all that up when you get started with all of this stuff. So we're still waiting for this particular article to get created. So we'll just sit here and we'll come back here in just a minute. Now, while we're waiting for that to happen, we're also going to talk a little bit about how much does it cost to get a part of Content at Scale. Now, obviously, as you can see on the screen, the pricing does vary from product to product, and from the smaller plans of $250 a month to the higher scale plans. If you're running something like an agency, you're looking at something about $1,500 a month. Now you might be thinking $250 a month, that's a lot of money to spend, especially if you're somebody who is a beginner. And as a beginner, I probably don't recommend this product right out of the gate. I think I would take a little bit of time and try to find my own writing style and things like that before I jump into a tool like this, before you try to make that big jump. But what's great about this, and this is how I got started, and I will give you just a few tips that I have found useful, is I would do the trial offer, try it for $39 one time, just create one article, see how it works for you and see if it fits for you and your business, and then create that piece of content, follow the craft framework, and then go ahead and put that article on your website, publish it, and if you like it, then jump into the $250 a month plan. Now, one thing I will mention, it's a 7-day trial period, so you only get 7 days to try it before it will charge you the $250 a month. But here's what I do recommend. Content at Scale will give you an extra 2 credits if you sign up before the end of the 7-day trial. So instead of getting 8 of these posts for 1 month, you're going to get 10 your first month, which is great. It's going to actually only be $25 per post instead of the $31. Now, I should also mention here, when we talk about this, you might be saying, well, yeah, $250 is a lot of money. Well, think about this. If you divide 8 posts by this, you're talking $31 a month per post. Think about that. If you had to hire a writer to go out and do all of this stuff, it's going to cost you roughly $100 to write a really good blog post from someone on someplace like Fiverr or Upwork. Those costs are going to be extremely high. Instead of buying one post, a bunch of one post you're going to get for $100, you're going to get 8 of them for $250. That is a phenomenal deal. And you're going to have something and you just got to apply the craft framework and all of that into it as well. So that way you can kind of understand how, this is going to save you a ton of money. It's also going to save you a ton of time. This tool also has some great features that come with it that I highly, highly recommend. It's also going to do things like copyscape, AI detection, and all of that stuff. We'll get into that here in just a minute. But right now, one of the things I do love about it is they have what's called a publish a blog post a day course. I love this course. It's a pretty good course. You're going to want to sign up. It'll show you how to get in that rhythm where you can start creating a piece of content every single day. And then we'll have an AI writer certification course for free as well, where you can become a certified AIO writer as well. And if you want to start creating content for other people on the side, you can do that as well using this particular tool. Now, as you can see, this tool is actually writing the content right now. You can see the status bar that's actually generating this piece of content. Things are starting to come together, and pretty shortly here, we're actually going to have a piece of content well written and done here for my blog here in just a few minutes. Now, you might be thinking, how is it possible? How does it do all this? And one thing I have found that it does inside of all of this is that it does a lot of calculations. It figures out like, hey, what should it write on? How should it write this piece of content? And then what keywords should it include? Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to be a piece of content that's going to be fully be able to be published right at that minute. No, it's not anything like that. You can't do that with this. You still can't do that. We're not at that point. You're still going to have to apply something called the craft framework. Now, you might be wondering, what is this craft framework we talking about here? And I'm going to link to a video from Content at Scale in the description below, but it's a hour-long video that basically walks you through the entire craft framework, so you kind of understand how to create and craft these pieces of content after the article has been created. Now, as you can see here, the article has been created. So now we can go here and we see it's created a title for us and everything is ready to go. It's 2,046 words, so it's ready to roll. So from here, we can jump into the article and we can see where things are at. By just looking at this right out of the gate, as an SEO optimization score, this thing hits an 80, meaning this thing is like ready to roll. I mean, or 76, it's dropped down just a little bit for some reason. Okay, and moving on, we can just take a look at this article real quick and kind of see all the content for it. And it just looks really good. This looks solid. I mean, I'll have to do some little edits here and stuff. And it's kind of optimizing some things for me, and it's putting it all together. And man, this just looks good. And look at this FAQ at the bottom. FAQ in the relation of how to price your online course and all this stuff. So this is solid. This is a solid article right off the bat. Just over 2,000 words. And it gives us what we call a minimum viable piece of content right out the bat to work with. We don't have to sit there and think about how to make all this work. It's done a lot of the SEO optimization for us already. Now, let's go through a couple of these things, kind of pick this apart real quick just to show you how all of this works. So first off, it's given us a title that we can work with. It's also given us the URL slug that we'll want to use, and then the meta description. So this is the meta description that we can put right inside of our WordPress site. We can link our WordPress site directly with this as well, so we can upload it directly from Content at Scale as well. On top of that, it's going to show us, hey, here's all the keywords that are in here, but you can tell, like, for example, like this keyword, how to price your online course, is shown twice in this article. We should have at least 8 to 25 times. That's how much our competitors are showing it. Some of these, like in the red, are not showing it all. Maybe we need to add in this keyword a couple of times. We need to add this one in a couple of times. We need to add some of these in. So we can see some are added in, but not quite there. The green ones were perfect. We're right there. And then these gray ones, right, or these white ones mean that we're over. So we got plenty of those in there. Maybe we could take a couple of those out. I'm going to be honest here. I don't get too picky about all of this stuff. I just want this to be up about an 80 or better. And then we can move forward with everything because we don't need to have it like 100% or anything like that. It definitely does not need to be that. Now we can also go into the checklist and we can see all the different things that it should have in here. We don't have a table of contents, but I like to add that in when I get into the WordPress side of things. I don't like to add it in right here because I have a special plugin that I use just to add that in. On top of that, we have the featured images and media added, and then we're going to, we could add a click to tweet. I don't know if that's a really big deal. I don't really care for adding that in there, but you could do that if you want to. And then the primary keyword in the should be twice in the first 4 paragraphs, and the primary keyword after the last subheading. So we can optimize those things. That will improve our score. The research, we can go back in and rewrite different things. We got rewrite options. We can go in. Actually, they have media that we can choose a file. And we can, or we can go in and they got a gallery here. We could choose something here. So like, for example, we want to put this image in there and we're going to hit that. and we're going to use upload feature image. We're going to use that particular featured image in this article. So that will help improve things. And we can see our version history as well. So we know kind of everything that is going on here as we create this piece of content. And then we can save things. So we're saving it right there. And we come back and we can actually take this and put it right into WordPress, and we can record this and publish this article here within, maybe an hour of editing I might have here. By the time I add some images in, follow the craft framework and do my corrections and stuff like that. So that is content at scale. And now you kind of got a good idea how this tool works and how it could really speed up and keep you on track for your blogging business. So, if you just sign up for the basic plan, the $250 a month plan, you're looking at creating 8 pieces of content a month, and that's going to do about two articles a week. That's pretty good. I mean, you're gonna create a ton of content with that over time. So it's gonna help build out your business as you go. All right, the next tool is a tool called Surfer SEO. This is another really solid AI tool that you can use to help improve your SEO rankings, create content, keyword research. There's actually a ton of products that this particular tool has here. So content editor, this is one of my favorite parts of it. It will do a lot of the same stuff that content scale will do. I think it does it just a touch better. You can do keyword research, and then you do some auditing and stuff like that. There's also a couple of free tools. So if you want to do like have it generate an outline for your article right off the bat, it will do that for you, which is kind of cool actually, because you can grab that, throw it right in your WordPress site, and you can start creating content, writing your content. And it'll even do there's a keyword surfer extension that you can use. It will show up in Google and show you search results with all that stuff too. So it's got a lot of different things available inside of it. And now overall, I'm going to jump into the dashboard here real quick. I'm going to show you just a few things here that I love about this tool. Again, you can do the keyword research, you can do the content editor, and then there's auditing and stuff. Now that actually costs a little bit of extra money. I'm on the $29 a month plan, and then to do all these other things, we're going to have to pay extra. So that's one downside to this. It's not like you pay one price, you get all these tools. That's probably one thing I don't like about this tool. And if you want to do things like have it actually writing content for you, you have to buy AI credits. Right here, you see you have to buy AI credits in order for it to do all these. So it costs a little bit of money to do that. So but it still might be just a touch cheaper. If you're really looking to go a little cheaper than something like content at scale, this can be a really good option. So let's jump in. I'll show you a particular piece of content that I've crafted and put together here. This is called the best online course platforms. This is an article I had put together. It's okay. It did good. It does kind of the same thing as content at scale. You can see that 72 out of 100. That's pretty good. We probably want to get above 80. And it will also tell you how many words this particular article is, how many headings, how many paragraphs, and it'll tell you how many you should have in each of those. So you can tell you should have at least 174 to 128 headings. You should have at least 318 paragraphs. You should have somewhere around 93 images in this article if you're going to compete for this term. That's pretty crazy stuff. To write this article, you should have over 13,000 words in this article. This is going to be a monstrous article. Probably one that you probably don't want to write or kind of get involved with, but because it's probably going to be very competitive. But it's okay. It's something we're testing, we're trying. And it's kind of neat to see where things kind of come out at. You can do things like outlines. It can do a brief. It kind of shows you the competitors and who all the people were kind of competing against to create this. So guideline wise, it then also shows you as far as that goes, content or keywords, the semantic keywords that you should include within the article itself. This tool does include all of these different various keywords that you should include. You can go through and add all those in as well, to help give yourself the best chance to rank for these keywords as well. Now, overall, this particular platform, I like it. It's great. If you're looking to do something a little bit cheaper, that's great. But if you're looking to stay a little bit on the cheaper side of things, see if I can get it to go here. Okay, here we go. So you're looking at just starting out $69 a month. When I first signed up, it was $29 a month, but they've since raised the prices. So $69 a month. You've got 180 content editor credits per year. And this is going to be billed annually. So if you go monthly, you're obviously looking at a little bit more there. So you're going to get about 15 a month and you're going to save. So overall, I mean, as far as costs go, $69 a month billed annually. It's still a little less than what you would pay if you would go with something like Content at Scale. You create your own articles, but the only downside is you will still have to buy the AI credits if you wanted to write actual articles for you. The one thing I do like about this tool is it will write a complete 2,000 word, 3,000 word article for you if you wanted to do that. If you were just using something like ChatGPT, you're only going to get maybe 500 or 600 words before the thing's going to stop, and it's not going to write you the full article. You're going to have to continually keep working with ChatGPT to get that, and it's not also going to pass all of the AI stuff as well. So it will take a little bit to make that happen as well. So there you go. There is Surfer SEO. That is that tool right there. I feel overall this tool does have some great things. It has a couple free tools as well, and that does work as well. If you're just getting started, yes, this may be the tool for you because it's going to help you improve your SEO rankings. There are some other tools and similar tools I'm going to explain here in just a little bit. So let's get into the next one right now. All right, the next tool I want to talk about is a WordPress plugin that's similar to Surfer SEO. It's called Rank Math. Now, if you haven't heard of this tool, it works similar to Surfer SEO, which is great. But it does offer some great features and give you some free AI credits so it can allow you to do things that will help you grow your business and see if you can rank better for those terms. So for example, I'm going to go over to my website over here at sitehustleacademy.com, and we'll go inside, and this is an article I had to create. This is an article called How to Name Your Online Course, a Complete Guide. So here it is. I had this one written by Content at Scale. I popped it in here, but I want to know, like, hey, how much of a chance does this particular article have to rank on SEO? And Rank Math will actually do the calculation. So first off, on the free side of Rank Math, if you just download the plugin, put it on your site, not pay for anything, this is what you get for free. And I love this because you can do things like working on your actual Google SERP and crafting it to rank well. You can adjust those things, which is nice. And then also it will give you a basic checklist of some things that you need to do, like some basic SEO checklists, like content length and additional things that you might want to add, maybe keyword density and all that kind of stuff. And then it can do title readability and content readability. So it'll go through all of those things and basically tell you, like, hey, on the basic side of things, here's a checklist that you can follow, and you can do all these things to help craft your content so it'll give you a better chance to rank in Google. Now, the AI side of it now is a little bit different. So now here is our keyword in here. We have a credit available. Now, when you do sign up, you get, I think, 5 or 6 credits. So you'll have the ability to try this on some of your own blog posts without having to pay any money as well. So that's a great feature. I recommend trying this because it will give you that advantage as well. So let's go ahead and we'll click research now. It's going to fetch that data. It's going to analyze, again, the top search results, and it's going to start figuring out, like, here's what you should probably rank for and how you should set up your article and stuff like that. And here's some of the keywords, the semantic keywords that you should try to rank for as well. So basically looking at this, it's giving us an overall score of 36 out of 100, which is actually kind of low. We want to get that, obviously, the higher the better. So maybe 80 out of 100 at least. So looking at this, it's saying, look, you need to have an article between 1,983 words to 2,975 words. And you should have basic on this, you should have some external links of about 3 to 5, and then internal links of 11 to 12. So obviously we've hit that. It's green, so it's showing that. But we're getting close. We should have 5 external links on this article, and we don't have that yet. So we should add a few more external links to help this article. Heading count 22. It's a little bit. It's a little bit much. And our media count is probably right at, but it should be a little better. Use 4 to 6 on a media count. We don't have anything much in this article. I don't think I have a whole lot of it. I think I do. I have some. Also, it's showing some semantic keywords that we don't have included in this article. So these are things that we could add to the article that would help with our rankings as well. So these are just little things that we could add, and then related keywords as well. These don't show up in the red. There's extra ones that you could add that would also help as well. So you can see that this tool, just by doing this on, if you would do this on every one of your blog posts, you could basically get a higher score and it would help you rank for your on-page SEO optimization a lot better. And that's what these tools really do. They're going to help you with your on-page SEO optimization, things that your competitors might be doing or probably doing, and they're going to rank better because they are doing all these things already. So you're going to need tools like this to help you get started on. Now, Rank Math itself does cost a little bit of money. So overall, just to get Rank Math, just for the annual first year, $59 it costs. And then after that, I believe it goes up to renews at $69 plus tax. And then you get free 15 AI credits with that. So you don't get a lot with this, with the lower price plan. If you go to the $199 per year, renews at $199 plus tax, you'll get 125 AI credits. So that's huge. That's plenty for a year. I don't think you're going to need more than that, honestly, because if you're doing 125, that's 10 a month at least. And, you probably won't need that many, but definitely a good tool for that. It's going to be way cheaper than Rank Math, and it's going to be way cheaper than it's going to be cheaper than Content at Scale and Surfer SEO. This is obviously going to be the best option here. And if you're doing something more like an agency or something like that, then you might do 500 credits or something like that. So this is definitely a good option. All right, so here you can see how much it costs just to get Rank Math. And Rank Math overall is a much cheaper option than Surfer SEO and Content at Scale. So if you're looking to do your on-page optimization and really nail things down, this can be a very a lot more inexpensive than going with the Surfer SEO stuff or even Content at Scale. But starting at $59 a month, and renews at $69 plus taxes, you get 15 AI credits per year with that, which ain't really a lot. So it's just enough to get started with. I really recommend going with this business model. If you can afford it, it's $199 a year plus tax, and it can track 10,000 keywords. You can do 125 AI credits per year. That's a lot. So you really can track a bunch of stuff with that AI credit. And then finally, there's the agency plan for $499 a month, which renews at $499 plus taxes, and you can do 600 AI credits a year. That's huge. It's going to be way cheaper than these other options, but it will give you the advantage of being able to still do the SEO stuff without having to pay a lot of. All right, the fourth AI tool here is Grammarly. And if you know anything about Grammarly, it's a spell checker tool, but it's way more than that. You might be thinking, how is this an AI tool? And it actually is an AI tool. We'll analyze your content and we'll dissect your content and help you write your content better so it sounds clearer. Not only just fix the spelling mistakes and things like that, but it will also go through and actually correct and get the fluff out of your content, make it sound better, make it easier to read, things like that. Very valuable. I signed up for the premium and I've never looked back. And this is probably one of the paid tools that I use almost religiously, almost every single day in my blogging business, because it is one of those things that will help you make better content overall. And if you're somebody who doesn't write great content overall, who just has a tough time with spelling and writing content so it flows good, and maybe you're someone like me who gets emails from other people saying, hey, I noticed some spelling mistakes on your website, stuff like that. This tool, even if you have the free version, it's going to be hugely valuable. I definitely recommend it. Now you can sign up and you can go ahead and put content right into the editor and stuff like that. I don't recommend doing this. I think this is a good tool. You can drop it right in here. I actually recommend downloading the Chrome extension once you pay for the premium version or even the free version. But the premium version, I'll show you here in just a second, all the different things that it will do, and it will correct. But you can put your content in. It will actually give you an overall score of how well your content reads and all that stuff. I don't actually do that as much. I actually do it right inside my WordPress editor because I want to see where are my mistakes, and I want to do it right inside WordPress. I don't want to have to move from one thing and one tool and move it all back to another tool. So I can do it right here inside of this tool. So honestly, so for these red ones, these are actually some just grammatical things. Like we're going to split that out and we're going to fix this, and it's showing me just a couple of different things. So like instead of all of these, it's just going to say these. It's going to cut some fluff out. It's going to make it easier to read. Let's see here. We're going to adjust a few things. So this particular article, it's just doing some basic editing, and we can go through each one of these things, and it can just go through and say, instead of going to, you can say attending. Let's see. And what's nice about this tool I like is that you kind of learn how to edit properly, So for example, instead of saying exactly, I'm going to say precisely, because I know that's the way it should be written. And it's nice because it allows me to do all these things right here within my editor and just see how this works. Now we can also we can go through this entire article like that. So like, for example, this whole thing, it's going to restructure that. It's going to restructure every follow will help your engagement, and you can start making a good income. So it's just reads a little better, things like that. Just some things we're going through here, and we're just updating. But those things, the AI actually comes through here, and it says, look, it should be written more like this. It should be this. These AI tools make this editing process so much simpler than if you were to go in and try to think of all the different things. I remember when I first got started, I had some family members read some of my blog posts, and they were atrocious. They were like, you misspelled this, you did that wrong, you're not writing that right. And I thought, man, this blogging stuff just all of a sudden got really tough, and I'm not somebody who can write really well. And this is where a tool like this really comes in well. So you can create your content, write it like you want, but then you can come back with this tool, give it the once over, and now you've got an article that's going to sound great. People will come and go, man, that was a really good piece of content. How did you craft that so well and put that together so well? And you'll stop getting those emails from other people saying, you misspelled this, or you didn't write this correctly, or, this ain't, grammatically correct. You get the spelling Nazis, I guess, the people who just kind of harp on you about your content and why you should write it better, and it should sound better. And, and I've hired writers in the past, and the one thing I've had a problem with is in most cases is keeping them, getting them. And then on top of that was the cost. It's huge. It's a lot of money. I mean, just to have one article edited by someone online, you're looking at a per word basis somewhere right around, I'm going to say at least a penny a word. So if you've got a 2,000 word article, now you're talking $20. You're talking, I think that's correct, $20. But $20 an article, that's a lot. Whereas if I get this tool, it costs way less. So the question in your mind might be, how much does this tool, how much does Grammarly cost per year? Well, obviously you can get the free version. It will do some basic stuff like fixing misspelled words. It won't do a lot of the grammatic stuff like this right here. It won't do that. But so you might be wondering how much this is cost. How much does cost to do this? Well, let's just look at it right here. Overall, to get the free one, you have a free plan, you have a premium plan, and you have a business plan. And then obviously you're going to get a lot of stuff with that. You're going to get 1,000 prompts a month or 100 prompts a month. So I get it quite a bit. Correctness, it's going to do clarity, it's going to do all that stuff. Whereas the conciseness, it will just do the conciseness and the grammar spelling. Whereas as you can see, this is the plan right here. I got the premium one. And engagement, word choice, word selected, delivery. So like your tone and detection, tone suggestion, sound friendly, things like that, citations, things like that, security. So it gives a lot of these things. So how much does it cost? $12 a month, or about, and that's annually. So you're going to pay $144 a year, or I think right around, let's see, 150, 180 bucks a year. So not terribly expensive. Actually, if you're going to buy a tool for your blogging business, this is the one I recommend that you get. You can check out my link below. Is my link, an affiliate link to this product. I recommend this product. I totally love this product. It's one I use every single day in my business. And it's going to do, like I said, it's going to keep doing all these things for you. And as you go back through your content time and time again, you're going to be able to upgrade that content regularly. So, and fix it and make it look great and read good. You know, it's going to help you do all those things on a regular basis in your content. So that way, when people do read your content, they're more likely to keep reading your content. They're more likely to engage in your content. And it's more likely that they're going to click your affiliate links or click on your ads in your content than if they get there and they start reading a bunch of spelling mistakes and can't quite make out your content or understand what you're trying to say there and communicate to them. There's going to be a huge chance that you're just going to click back and not buy from you and probably buy from somebody else in the end. So as you can see here, I went back through. Now I just come up with some more. I usually like to do this a couple of times over just to see, you know, hey, is there some other things I missed here? And you can see like this one, I came through pretty good. It's got a lot of everything pretty much in there, and stuff like that. So we've got a lot of stuff in here. We got the ability to just get all this content figured out, and it looks great, looks solid, and I think it's about good. I think I just got a little bit more to do, and I think we're good. But yeah, you know, they just kind of keep popping up, and as it does, you just kind of keep going through, and you just keep updating this stuff as it goes. So I definitely recommend this plugin, and definitely get this. So grab it and start improving your blog posts today. So. All right, let's get into the last tool right here. All right, the final tool here is a tool called originality.ai. Now, I like this tool because with all the things going on today, when it comes to AI, one of the things that we got to be aware of is that Google, while it isn't punishing AI at this point, so for example, if you go to ChatGPT and you create an article on there and you would put it on your website, right now Google would be able to tell, hey, that's AI. We know it's AI because we can look at the semantic keywords, we can look at how it's written, and they can figure out really quick that it's AI. You know, if they can figure that out, you know, honestly, you know, it's not very far behind that Google is going to be coming out with something that's going to say, hey, if you're just spamming ChatGPT and throwing a bunch of content on your site, there's a really good chance that we're just going to derank you or we're going to punish your site because it's all AI and it's not valuable to the user in the end. So, you know, if they could just go to ChatGPT and just throw this in there and get the same answer, I mean, it's not good. So there's some things there you have to understand that so we want to be able to detect this AI. We want to know, hey, is our article, if we're using AI in any way, is it detect? Now, if you're using a tool like Surfer or Content at Scale, it already has that built into it. You don't have to have this tool, but this tool is great if you're just, maybe you're using ChatGPT to come up with certain things. And you want to make sure it shows that it is still original and it's not AI based. So I'm just going to give you an example here real quick. So these are some articles I had it do a while back, but I can show you. Let's see. Let's just click on it real quick here. So this is an article I had a while back, and so we're going to scan again. We're going to see just how well this article did as far as originality and stuff like that. Did it pass or not? And it will give us a score out of 100 how well this article passed the AI. Now, it's also doing at the same time, it's detecting AI, but it's also doing a plagiarism check. It's making sure that we're not just blatantly copying somebody else's website, and then we're actually getting it's basically getting us a piece of content that is not just basically ripped off somebody else's website. So very, very powerful tool. Love this tool. I'll explain the pricing here real quick while we're waiting. So basically, to do this tool, it costs $30 one-time fee, get 3,000 credits, pay as you go. So everything's based on a credit system. One credit scans 100 words. So if you do a 3,000 word article, you're probably using 30 credits right there or something like that. I think the article I just scanned used 32 credits. So it gave us an AI detection score. So it showed here that when I scanned this particular article, it showed that it was a 99% AI, not good. So not good at all. And it's only 1% original. So this ain't good at all. So this is not a good article. Now, if I go back, let's see here. We'll go back to my content scans. So we scanned that one, but we'll run. Let's see this one right here. I think that nope, we ran. I think this one's the same. Yep. See, that's this one. This is 100% AI. This is 0% originality. Now, if you use like something like content at scale, you run this result. You run this, and you'll find that it runs less. So, and that will be 100% original or 99% original, as long as it's up in the 90s, like 99, 98, something like that. You are definitely safe. If you're looking to find out how you can incorporate AI, these 5 tools will give you everything that you need to create a self-sustaining business, improve content speed, save money on writers, and build a long-lasting blogging business. So there you go. There are the tools that I recommend. Check them out in the description, the link below, and I'll catch you in the next